Maleficent. Yeah. I don't really want to say much about Maleficent because I have no idea what to even say. I watched it with my family. Let's just say that I watched it with my family because there was nothing else to watch, and I was like, okay, we can watch Maleficent. And I'm glad that I watched it with my family because we could just make fun of it. Because if it had been me watching it alone, I wouldn't have finished it. Honestly, I would have just stopped halfway. Not even halfway through, like half an hour into it, I would have stopped. Thank God it was only an hour and a half, and it was just a fun time with the family. It's one of those movies where you can just kind of make fun of it a little bit, but still be into it and still be entertained. So it's one of those. I wouldn't recommend you watching it alone, honestly. Have a friend with you. It will be a good time if you can just sort of make fun of it. Sleeping Beauty was my favorite Disney movie growing up. Well, Pocahontas too, but Sleeping Beauty has a special place in my heart. I love the animation and I love the music and the songs. It was just beautiful growing up, and it's one of my favorite stories. I never liked Cinderella and the other ones, so I was excited to see a different take on it. I knew that it was going to be obviously through Maleficent's eyes, and I figured that it would be sort of like she's misunderstood, which I don't really like. I know a lot of people like that twist where, oh, she is good, she's just misunderstood and she was just hurt, but I like her evil. I like having an evil main character, and I don't see why they had to make her nice and misunderstood so we could sympathize with her. I feel like nowadays we live in the age of Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones. We can watch awful people and still be into it and still like the show or the movie. You don't have to make the main character as nice as possible just so we could enjoy it. So right off the bat, that really turned me off. And yeah, I mean, just the premise. I knew there was going to be a different story, and my mother was just like, what is going on? And I'm like, no, it's just a different story, right? But they just threw things at the story when it was convenient, and they just decided to do whatever the hell they wanted to do when it was convenient for their little plot. So I was not a fan of the story to begin with. And I just wanted to see Sleeping Beauty, and I wanted to see her, and she was barely in it, and maybe that's for the best because they chose Elle Fanning, and she is not what I would have expected. The prince was ridiculous, by the way. He did not look like a prince at all. He looked like he was 12. A 12-year-old lost Jonah's brother. That's what he looked like. I did not buy him as a prince. Angelina Jolie was fantastic. She was absolutely fantastic. She was the best part of this movie, and I just wanted to see her more. And I loved when she was mean and she was evil, and she had that look on her face like, yes, I'm better than you. And I wanted to see more of that, and there was not enough of that. Nearly not enough. For a movie called Maleficent, she wasn't that mean at all, and I just wanted to see her shoot some people, I don't know, kill some people. She was really nice, and I wasn't buying it. She was really nice. I was not buying it. And the little kid that played her was awful. The kids that they chose were awful actors, but whatever. And I really liked whatever his name is, her sidekick, the crow guy. I really liked him. He was really, really nice and really funny, and he was honestly the best part of the movie. I was just watching him, and I really liked him. And I was just hoping, like, he wouldn't die or something. Like, please don't kill him. And then I mean, first of all, there was no music. I knew that this wasn't going to be a musical, but I was expecting maybe some hints throughout the movie. Some nods to the original Disney film with the music, but I didn't catch it if there was something. Too bad. And CG, it was just, I think I tweeted about it, it was just a big CG goof fest. I'm not impressed. I am not impressed with special effects. I mean, who said that? I think George Lucas said that, wasn't it? Special effects should be a tool to tell a story, not the story itself. And this was just ridiculous. I mean, they didn't build anything. It was just a big green screen. There was nothing real. And whatever was real, I didn't even notice because everything else was fake. I keep bringing Game of Thrones up, but that is the best example of incredible visual effects where they actually build these giant sets and constructions and buildings, and they film in real places, and then they use the special effects for things that sort of they can build, like the Red Keep. You can build that. And they use it to enhance things. For example, on the wall, they make things look bigger. Here, it was just right off the bat. Creatures, creatures, monsters, creatures, monsters, creatures. Woods, fog. It was very foggy for some reason, and everything just looked so fake. It looked like the poster for that James Franco movie, The Wizard of Oz. It looked like that, and that poster was ridiculous. So it looked like Alice in Wonderland. When Alice in Wonderland came out, it was just an awful movie, and made so much goddamn money. CG, I guess CG pays off because it's cheaper and it's faster, and you don't have to work that hard. I know it's hard to do it. I know it takes a lot of effort to actually make the sets and everything in visual effects, but still, come on, like, build something. It was, and her flying was awful, and it was just Angelina Jolie on a rope, and she sort of floated away. It was not good. So yeah, I don't want to really get into it any more than that. Watch it with friends, with family. Don't watch it alone. I think you'll be bored if you do. If you're expecting something remotely close to Sleeping Beauty, it's alright. She pricks her finger. That's as close as it gets, honestly, to the original story. They changed a lot of things just for the sake of changing them. And don't expect the music. Don't expect real sets. And don't expect Maleficent to be evil. Expect her to be way nicer than she needs to be. And yeah, that's it. Just enjoy it with friends. It's one of those movies where it's absolutely entertaining if you're actually making fun of it and sort of laughing. Don't pay too much attention to it. Don't get into it. Don't look for the story. Just... it's one of those movies where you can have a good time if you're watching with someone. That's about it. Don't think that this is a serious thing, which is sad because I was hoping that it would be sort of more serious. But they tried to make it dark and gritty because, you know, that's the fad these days, but it just failed miserably. So yeah, sorry Maleficent. I like Angelina Jolie though. She was great.